All right, let's get started. This is the Virtual Group Pro VIP webinar. This is Jonathan. I'm coming to you live from Manila, Philippines. Today we're going to talk about PPC and how it can increase your revenue and your profits, of course, with your marketing campaigns. So if you can hear me, please just give me a real quick shout out. I want to make sure that you can see my screen and you can hear me just fine. Nancy, good to see you. Stephen, Ed, all right. David, good to have you back. Corey, all right. Terry, great to see you. Sandy, all right. Look at this. Iris, okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see here. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is talk a little bit about how PPC and what's going on with PPC and really how it can help you with your agency and increasing not only your profits but results for your clients. That's the biggest thing, right? We want to go over a little bit about what advantages there are with SEO and running your SEO campaigns. Now, obviously, whenever you are running your SEO campaign, we go through the account setup. It's going to establish all of your footprint out there. We set up all these different accounts for you, and it's all for the purpose of establishing backlinks. And we do that through different listings, the directories. We're posting to all the major blog accounts, all the different social media accounts that are out there. All of these things really just start you off whenever you're getting going with your SEO campaign, right? So when we start publishing content to it, this is where they say content is king, right? So we want to keep publishing content out there, and all of these pages we publish on your site. Well, you should be publishing all over the social media, everywhere that you can possibly share. We do that for you, of course, but that's what is going to grow your SEO. These pages obviously are going to add up over time, and it just brings traffic to your site. And remember, every time we produce fresh content, Google is looking at this. If you see in those results where if you're posting content on your website or your blog, it's right there. So fresh content all the time. Okay, so obviously with SEO, when you're running an SEO program the backlinks that are out there, this is really going to stand the test of time, hopefully, right? It builds up, and it really helps all your results by building the authority with you, with the site. Okay, so when you were really, the way that we optimize the SEO content is to really go to those target pages, right? So if we're constantly updating content to the target pages and the target keywords you're looking for, this is one of the advantages of SEO. You can really build it up over time. Obviously, there's the traffic builds up over time, and you achieve your goals with SEO. There's no doubt about it. Okay. Now, another thing is financially, if you're running the campaign with your client, the longer you run it, your costs stay the same, but it builds and builds over time. It's not an overnight process, of course. But remember, your costs pretty much stay flat compared to doing anything else. You're just paying that monthly campaign and just really building up the content and building up the backlinks slowly but surely. Obviously, if you want to get faster performance, then maybe an upgraded SEO package for your client is what's needed. Okay. The highest conversion rates always come from ranking on the first page, right? Even on the second page they're good, but first page is really what everybody is after. But this is not something that just happens overnight. Okay, there's no way to predict. Our firm, we don't put out there that we've got a ranking guarantee that's going to put you on the first page in 90 days or anything like that. We just will not put ourselves on that type of gimmick. And we're certainly not going to promise you that you're going to have some keyword that's going to be on the front page, on first page of Google, because you could pick out a long tail keyword and get that ranked and achieve that goal. But it's really misleading. Okay, I really, in this industry, you know, any SEO company that's out there that just says, hey, we're going to get you on the first page of Google, we guarantee it, you know, read the fine print. It's really a gimmick. I would stay away from that, and just, you know, look for solid results. Obviously, this, you know, getting on the front page, it has, you know, once you get there, it really has to be maintained, right? It's really hard to just keep that up there without constantly keeping that, you know, your SEO campaign, is that freshness of content and such. So, you know, what is the downside? You know, the downside is getting to that first page or second page and moving all your ranking and your keywords up. It's a long-term result. You know, if you go into a client and you're selling them SEO, you need to really be on a quarterly basis, okay? You know, going in on saying, hey, I'm gonna charge you on a monthly basis, and you know, we're just going to get results every month for you. That is the goal, absolutely. But they need to you need to set the expectations right, that it's definitely a long-term process. Running for 9 months to a year is really optimal. You know, if you can get in it with a contract for a year, then that's great. You know, at least going quarterly, because we do see some sales partners that are out there that will they'll just sell the first month and then they come back and they're like looking for instant results, and sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. But by preparing the client on a quarterly basis, we know that at the end of the quarter you're going to be able to show them some improvement. Okay, and remember, if the keyword competition is tough, it's even harder to get those things ranked, right? So, you know, obviously we talked about, you know, with content production and keeping it up and regular content. I've already covered that. You know, another problem with SEO, right, is that, you know, the ranking factors with Google, they change all the time. So, you know, we only follow white hat, you know, best practices with our firm, but you know, you can sit there and build up, and there's an algorithm change, and it can really affect your client, right? So there are some downsides to just running an SEO program, and it's really out of our control. When I say we, I mean us as sales partners and here at the office. You know, we do our best to make sure that we're doing everything that Google wants us to do and beyond. But if they change the game and, you know, it goes from a 7-pack to a 3-pack, for instance, in the local results, well, you know, you might just really work to get that client to number 4, and boom, he just got eliminated because now it's a 3-pack. So, you know, just keep that in mind when you're running, you know, with SEO. So, what are your advantages with PPC? And I want to really bring this up because we have a lot of sales partners that sell a lot of SEO, and they've never ventured into selling PPC. And, you know, I just want to get on to you guys and say, hey, look, this is a way that you're going to make more money for your agency, but more importantly, you're going to bring faster and better results for your client, okay? So if I can get a quick shout out on who's on the webinar right now that's running PPC on a regular basis and combined with an SEO package. Okay, Ed, we know you are. That's right. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. I've got some people are, some people are not. Yeah, definitely you've got to look at combining these. We've got some people on the line who are just doing PPC. That's great. We're going to show you some updates to what's going on with PPC. So if you're just running PPC, this is a good webinar for you as well. So anyway, that's great. Thanks for the feedback, guys. I'm getting right now about 70% that are doing SEO but no PPC with that. So let's really just kind of start talking about the advantages of PPC. You know, obviously, you're going to get the client on the first page of Google immediately, right? In the paid results section, but it's still on the first page. depending on, now, that's not everybody. We still have to, figure out where they are with their budget and all of that. But generally, we can get you, of course, on the first page of Google immediately and start driving traffic. Now, here's something that's really interesting. This is a survey that was done on August 11th. This is a recent post. I'm going to bring it over. Judy, if you don't mind throwing this in to the chat box so those guys, everyone can click on it. Let me move over to, sorry about that. Let's see here. Okay. So here's the article that we're sending to you with Search Engine Watch. And this was published on the 11th of August. And it's very interesting here. Right now, they did a survey, and this Barn did, and 54.7% did not recognize which ones were in the Google search results page are paid ads versus organic ads. 54.7% overall. Okay, that's pretty interesting, right? Now, here's what I want to also show you. Come down the page a little bit, and you've got even that sweet spot, that 25 to 34%, or 34 years old, 48.9% don't even recognize that they're ads. Okay, as you get a little bit older, like me, I'm in the 45 to 54 age bracket. It's almost 59%. Okay, so we're not looking to trick anybody. I mean, nobody's out there to try and trick anybody. But here's the thing: you want to definitely invest in your SEO to get you there organically, because But if you need to get there quickly, PPC is definitely the way to go. If you're going to get great clicks through that, being on the front page, and it gets your client instant traffic, then, I mean, they're definitely going to pay for it, but guess what? It's going to drive instant gratification to them. And depending on the demographic that they're looking for, the older demographic don't even realize that they're clicking on the ad in the first place. Okay? I mean, look at that. I mean, it's 65 and over, it's 70% don't realize it. All right? So depending on the demographic for your client, this is not a bad thing to take. I recommend, taking this image, looking at it and showing your client when you go in to have a consultation what you're doing with their SEO, what you're proposing, and then also including PPC and showing them how this is going to affect their demographic that they're after. Okay? So let me go back to the webinar here. That's my little girl. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Now remember, with PPC, we definitely have some advantages here. That if you're not running PPC, there's a couple of things here where you've got you can easily check your click-through rate. Okay. You can measure it by calls. Obviously, if you're driving phone calls to your client and we're able to track that they say, well, I spent $2,000 or $3,000 on my marketing campaign with you, and you're able to tell them, oh, it's okay, between the SEO and also the PPC, we just 150 phone calls for you. Okay, great. Being able to show them that is very, very strong. Landing page conversions. When you're able to see when they come to a landing page, if it's an e-commerce site and they actually make that that purchase, or they schedule that appointment with you if you're a dentist or something like that. I mean, these are all very, very easy to measure, and you can really see, okay, how much are you spending to what you got out of it. And this is something you really need to explain to the client, because with PPC, it's so measurable that you can have instant success with it, and staying on top of it with our PPC team, really get the results that you need to get out of it so that it pays for itself. Okay. So these days, elements, like it says here, elements are easier to test for optimization because of measured results and known variables. With SEO, it's an investment, it's time. You move up and you're able to track the traffic and everything like that. With PPC, it's down to a science, okay? So by pushing them toward this, you're really helping them out a lot. When we talk about PPC, remember, we're also talking about remarketing, not just with AdWords, but with remarketing whenever they come and they visit your site, and you tag them with remarketing, and everywhere they go, when they see these little ads across the web, it's got your client's ad there. When they go anywhere on Google or on some of the partner networks, and it's got your remarketing, your client's remarketing tag on there, it really, even your client will be followed around with it, so it's instantly recognizable, and it really brings good results. We have a couple of sales partners on the webinar right now that I know that they will not run any SEO campaign without a remarketing or a PPC campaign, and they're some of our most successful sales partners. So one of the reasons that we actually had a very similar webinar to this one back in April for our pro members. We decided with the recent updates with PPC that we wanted to come out with the VIP where it's to everybody and not just our pro members when we release something like this. But we really want to, catch you up on everything. Now, obviously, with PPC, you can get higher position by investing more money. We can always track this to make sure that it's worth it. As the client invests more money into PPC, as the conversions come back and the return on the investment comes back, you can really measure this so that and with our team, you can gauge this. Okay, whether or not they're spending, $2,000 a month and we're spending X amount on every single ad or for placement. Or is it better if we spend a little bit less on the ad per se, but more on the spend? We can play with that. We can help you. You don't have to necessarily be a PPC expert to do this. Okay, I mean, you don't. Rely on our team. We will walk you through it. I think that Donna in our office is probably the best PPC manager in the entire country over here. So we know that we've got a great staff, and we're able to help you out with this. Now, one of the advantages of using a PPC campaign is you can really get a lot out of the keyword and landing page insights. This really can help out your SEO campaign. If you see certain keywords that are really banging for the client on the PPC campaign, you can then say, okay, we need to either adjust our SEO campaign to reflect those keywords. Maybe we need to, switch and say, hey, you know what? This demographic really likes these keywords because we've shown it. The PPC, that's where they're clicking. So that's where we need to put more on our SEO. Move our SEO efforts toward those top keywords in our PPC campaign. Because remember, we're investing in a long term, and if those keywords are doing the best with PPC, we want to get there with SEO organically and save us the money on the PPC, correct? Now, obviously, there is a downside to PPC. It's very clear. When you stop the campaign, you stop getting the same results, right? So, it is important that you know that if your client understands that with SEO, it's a long-term investment. With PPC, it's pay as you go, and when it stops, you're not going to get the phone calls. Okay, then so when you discuss this with your client, you need to let them know, hey, this is our budget that we want to assign to PPC. Even if you decide I'm going to run it for 3 months, and then after the first 3 months, let's look at it and let's see where we are organically. And even having 2 different tracking numbers where one is coming off your SEO efforts and one is coming off your PPC efforts to really see where you're going with the campaign. I hope you're all doing that. So let's talk about combining the SEO and the PPC. Using them both is going to produce you immediate and long-term results. Okay? So let me say that again. Using both SEO and PPC, sorry about the typo there, PPC will produce both immediate and long-term results. Obviously, this is really going to address a lot of the objectives of your client. This gets them immediate gratification, right, through the PPC campaign. It drives traffic instantly, right? If they need to make sales today, then let's get that turned on and let's see what we can do for them. It also, as they invest in the SEO, it's going to ensure their long-term presence and results. Okay, so you know, everybody wants it now. We live in a now society. So SEO, they're going to. I got a call from one of our sales partners before regarding our brand optimization product, and he was talking about how after the first month of running the brand optimization product, his client was already getting phone calls. Hey, you know what? I love hearing that. It's great, but that's not the usual, right? The first month usually is not just generating traffic right off the bat. PPC, though, that will get your client traffic, and he's going to feel it immediately. When his phone starts ringing, or he or she, the phone starts ringing, it is those results that they feel instantly. So, you know, this kind of takes out a lot of these different, you know, when you're talking to the client after a few months and they're saying, wow, you know, my phone's really ringing, after the quarter, you'll be able to sit down and say, hey, this is where we are, right? So let me show you like a little bit of what we would suggest you do. So we've got different packages here with the budget. With on the left we have PPC, and on the right we have our SEO campaigns. So, you know, depending on what you're looking for, obviously, you know, we've got our packages range from like a startup package for a beginner or maybe a new company. You know, these are going to bring you in the type of returns depending on where you are with your budget. So what we suggest you do, and this is just an example, is you figure out where the overall budget of their campaign is going to be and decide how do you want to allocate the funds. So are you going to look for immediate results that need to be taken care of right now, and maybe you spend more on the PPC and then work on the SEO. Like for instance, this was a platinum package with the PPC, and then a 12 SEO basic, which is a pretty strong package that we offer. Now, you know, this is just another example configuration where you'd have a very, you know, aggressive SEO campaign with maybe 24 keywords or more. Obviously, it's always more. If you pick a 24, it's usually a lot more results on the keywords, but that's the ones that we're writing the content for. And then combining it with an SEO package. So, you know, if you contact your sales consultant here at the office, they're going to be able to take a look at your campaign, taking a look at all the factors that are going on, and say, hey, this is what we suggest. Maybe it's lowering down the SEO package to make sure that you have enough funds in there to run a PPC package. We'll be able to help you with that. Remember, it's always free to call us and get that information. We'll do the keyword research for you. We'll look at what the PPC outlook is. We'll kind of help you with the budget so you can close the deal. That is a free service that we do for all of our sales partners. So don't hesitate to reach out. If you don't know much about PPC, please reach out to one of our experts. Okay, so let me show you what's new with PPC, and you can see this on your dashboard. If you go to eDasher and log in, you're going to be able to see all the different updates that we have to the PPC campaigns. But now, available in every single package is your website and landing page analysis. So our PPC team is going to take a look and really look at what do you have, what's on your website currently, and do you have a landing page there now? If not, we've got some for you. If you do you have your AdWords tracking set up? If it isn't, we don't just handle WordPress. We'll handle any website you have. We'll put it on there. Okay. We'll also set you up, of course, with a Google forwarding number for your campaign. That's all we do. All of that include in the package. Now, here we go. Let me show you this. These are new features that I don't. If you're into PPC and you know about these, that's great. If you haven't been running a lot of PPC, then this is really cool. We're going to go through these, but they've got structured snippets, the site links, review extensions, expanded text ads, call-only campaign, quick report, and comprehensive report. Now, here we go. This is the structured snippets. Now, you'll see how this works here. See, this is the ad on the left-hand side where you have the ability now to push a certain a product or a service, anything you want, and it's got really a great area there where you can put in anything that you want down there, like a lot more text, okay? So these extensions that come down from the ad, they look like they look like organic results, okay? It's not just those old AdWords that you've seen in the past. Having site links, look how this is structured, where you've got the ad copy going to different links right here, just like you see in the organic results. Now they've got it where you can have an excellent ad, and then, you know, maybe like they have here for one of our clients, 4 different links below that they can click on. So now you're getting even more targeted. You may be targeting a certain keyword, but now you've got, where are they going to go from there? All this information comes back, and we're really able to optimize your campaign with this. So this is new. How about this? Review extensions. So if you've got third-party reviews of the business, you can actually include these in the area of your ad where you're running on your ad. Okay, you can actually include reviews, and we all know what is going on with reviews these days. It's really hot. So being able to bring these in from like Google Plus or you know, which I recommend, or any one of the other review sites, be able to bring those in and put them in your ad is really, really strong. Now here we've got the expanded text ads, and this just brings in the more text, right? So you'll see the before and after. Before on the left, how you can see where you had a certain amount of characters that you could use, and now on the right, they've really expanded what you can do. It makes it look more organic. I mean, I think you would agree with me, even if on the mobile, where you'd see the mobile ads, you're getting a lot more text there, where, you know, it looks like really what you'd find on an SEO result. The call-only campaigns, these are ads that are specifically designed just to show up on the mobile device, okay? So it's smartphone. So the ad comes up, you're able to click it, and boom, you know, that's your Google number that's been provided, and it goes straight to you, to your client, right? And all this is tracked. So this is I really like this this feature. So if you're running, remember, this is only on mobile, so you can get really specific when they're doing a search on what is it going to look like on their mobile device, and what are the results that we want to get back to the client. Are there certain keywords or certain approaches that we want to use that are going to bring more conversions off a mobile device than they are a desktop device, or desktop, correct? So I really like this function. Also, we've got new AdWords remarketing features. We're able now to run multiple different campaign, same campaign, but using different banners, different audience lists, and new different text ads. We're able to do that with all the remarketing now, and this is really going to help you when you really want to optimize the campaign. Being able to go back to the client and say, hey, this is what we did, this is what we tested, this one's doing better than that, we're going to run this one more. This is all done by our team, okay? So we are here to help you, and you know, all this different functionality we can walk you through. We can help you design the entire campaign. You don't have to do much, but just grab the client and let's walk them down the path to success with this marketing campaign. Now, we also have come out with everything, the changes that have been made with PPC. We've come up with some really new landing page themes, and you can go through each one of these. They're on the marketinghelper.net site. You just kind of walk through a few of these for you to give you an idea of what you can do. Now remember, all of these pages can be changed up and customized, of course, right? But this just kind of gives you an idea of the quality of the landing pages that we specifically make for the PPC campaign, and you know, the different keywords that you're going after. So that we have a real estate, we've got a law firm landing page. This is just a general landing page that you can change up, that, you know, bring in for pretty much any service. Just about everything that you want to do we've got these different landing pages for you. Now these are included in the packages that we have. Just ask for what your options are for landing pages, and we'll make sure that we consult with you and get you the best one that's out there and customize it for you. Now we've got another really cool PPC feature that's coming out soon. The thing is, it's only available in certain areas, but this is what's called promoted pins on Google Maps. Okay, and this is really hot, but the problem is it's not in every location. So as Google rolls this out, it may or may not be available where your client is located. So what we're doing right now is what we call a pre-beta. If it's in your area and you are a pro member with existing campaigns with this, we will go ahead and make this available to you. There's a couple of things. The physical business must be registered with Google My Business, okay? And of course, the best results are for people, for companies that get foot traffic or that instantaneous, like, where are you? Okay, here you go. That's where I'm going. This really works with restaurants, franchises. This is a big one, guys. If you have a lead for a restaurant franchise, they would love this. Okay, so find out if it's in your area. If you're a pro member, give us a ring. Otherwise, stay up to date with this, and as it rolls out, we'll be glad to, when it becomes available to everybody, we'll let you guys know. But reach out. I think that it would really help, especially with some of you that are working with franchises or multi-location service businesses in the area. Okay, so we really kind of want you guys to be part of our pro membership program. If you check out the link, if you're not a pro member, look us up and get in there. We release everything first to our pro members. Our pro members get access to everything earlier than anybody else, and we really try and keep them in the loop when it comes to every single thing that's going on that we can do to help them build their business and grow their agency. So we ask if you're interested to grab a pro membership and really become involved with us. There's the different tools you can find out. I'm not going to pitch you on that too long. I just want to mention it. And then I also want to talk about our promotions that we have right now. We know that the Olympics are over. I'm really happy with what happened. I'm from Texas, and I put it on my Twitter account. There's a little picture of Texas and how many gold and silver and bronze medals that we would have taken home if we were just our own country. So for all you guys in Texas, a big shout out to you. But anyway, our Gold for Gold promo, we're doing a 17% discount on selected products, and that includes SEO. With anything for the 12 SEO basic and up is going to get 17% off in the first quarter. The local buzz promo is 17% off the first quarter. We also have social media promos going on, and then one of the things we have, guys, we've got a promo on PPC. Okay, this goes until September 25th, which you've got plenty of time. Still a month away to really close some deals. Go out there, grab that client, upgrade their package. You can give them 17% off the first quarter. Okay, but like I said, this is only until September 25th. But this is a very timely promotion. So it's on every PPC product we have. We're going to give you 17% off. So take what you learned from this webinar, change your mind about offering PPC, and get out there and say, okay, you know what? I want to take my SEO clients now and convert them over to adjusting some of their budget. Listen, I'm never going to get onto you for even if you take them from a SEO 24 and take them to an SEO 12 and then take that savings from the budget and putting it over to PPC. What we want is good results and fast results for our clients, right? So whatever's best for the client, we want to do it. And I believe in my heart that if you're running an SEO program, that you need to be doing something with PPC. And if you're only doing PPC, then great. but maybe you need to, talk to your client about investing in SEO because, no one wants to pay out of the, forever, right? So, we also have our 17% off our online reputation repair. That's what we call ORR. So this is a very intensive product. This isn't like reputation management. This is actually going after a client that's been hurt in the news, or maybe a judgment against somebody or something like that, something that's damaging to their credibility. We go in and really do a content blitz to get those bad results knocked down. So it's not a cheap product, but it's very effective. So please, a 17% off is a pretty good time to take advantage of that. The last thing we have is with our website. Our web design team put this together with our website support and maintenance program. This is really cool because if you build websites, which we suggest that you do, and then run SEO on them and PPC, if you do any type of website work, these website support and maintenance programs that we have will really save your client a lot of money. So if you've got, the way it works is you buy a package, say a quarterly, a semi-annual, or an annual package, and you get a certain amount of hours on our using our staff and our web design team. This can be everything from installing a plugin to putting in images to changing text, adding pages, whatever you need done. You've basically got it covered. Okay, so I know Steven's on the call on the webinar as usual, like clockwork, and he will not sell he includes a website support maintenance package in all the websites that he sells because it just really saves time and effort. Because when your client comes back to you and says, hey, I need to make this change, or I don't like that color, you don't want to be nickel and dime from us, but we do charge for changes and things like that, but this covers it. So it's really a good program. I believe in it, and we've never had anybody come back and say, oh, I wasted my money on that. So this is actually a bonus for the, you're getting more and more hours for free on this Go for Gold promo. So Judy, if you don't mind putting this link in there for you guys to click on these and look at those. We've got some promotional materials that you can download and also more further information that you can look at so that you can really or of course, you can always call us. We're definitely going to put you with the best promo or whatever's best for your client, for any of the services that we have. So I really appreciate your attendance here today. I know it was brief. We're at 40 after, and we're pretty much wrapping it up. One thing that I wanted to remind you is next September 8th, we've got the next VIP webinar, and we're going to be profiling one of our top sales partners. And I think this is really going to be a great webinar. I really believe you're going to get some really good tips and tricks and learn about how he succeeded in this industry that's very competitive. And we're really proud that he's going to be on the webinar next week. So tune in. Put it on there, September 8th. And remember, that's a VIP webinar. Usually we reserve these type of webinars for our pro members, okay? But for this one, we decided, hey, let's put it on the VIP webinar and encourage everyone to be there to really see and hear how our sales partners do. But this partner in particular, we've asked him to come in and really explain and talk about how he succeeded in this business. Also, pro members, our next webinar is on September 1st. So be there or be square. If you want to contact us, you can send an email to connect@virtualgroup.co. That email address will get you a response very quickly from a number of our staff, and also you can call us directly at the number below. Really appreciate you guys being on. If you have questions, go ahead and put them into the chat box. We've got staff on the line right now that can answer your questions. I really appreciate. We've got a lot of messages here from you guys talking about you hearing about what's happening in the Philippines right now and all of that with the weather and everything. It was today, for instance, the rain is so bad that it took some of our staff literally 3 hours to get to work, okay? So we appreciate the thoughts. I know that you guys see this stuff on the news about the horrible rains and the flooding here, especially in Manila, but we really appreciate that, and thank you for your thoughts and prayers. So anyway, from Manila, I'll be signing. We're going to be sticking around here, so don't hesitate to type in the chat box if you've got any questions, and please take advantage of all of our consultations with our sales consultants. And a shout out to Kath on her birthday. She's on our account management team. Today's her birthday, so we just want to say hello and happy birthday to her. So anyway, thank you guys, and this is Jonathan, and signing off. Have a great day.